Welcome to Haunt Weekly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this is Haunt Weekly, a weekly podcast for the haunted attraction haunt entertainment community. Whether you're an actor, owner, or just plain aficionado, we aim to be a podcast for you. And we come before you this week exhausted.
Yeah.
Tired. Some may even say broken.
Well, and I think that a lot of our listeners are in the same position.
And yeah, I was about to say, and I'm going to suspect a lot of you all are in the exact same boat. It has been a wonderful weekend here in New Orleans with HAuNTcon in town. 3 action-packed days filled with education, trade show floor, networking opportunities, parties, drinking, get-togethers, drinking. Did I mention the drinking?
Yeah, we were actually more touristy with our drinking than we normally would be.
Yes. We burned the candle on both ends, but we're going to do a recap of HauNTcon this week. Mm-hmm. Talk about some of the things we learned, some of the things we experienced, and basically just have a nice chat about it. Normally with these things, what we do is we have very articulated show notes, and we sort of, go through everything, in a methodical manner, if you will. Mm-hmm. This time around, we got our show notes for the conference reminders and the intros, but after that, we're just going to see where the conversation takes us. Because we really haven't sat down and broke things down between us.
No.
So you're going to be let in on the process, sort of the debriefing process that we do amongst ourselves. Now, I will say I am recording this podcast with my one-eyed monster on the shoulder, on my shoulder.
So I guess we need to say, we're going to take a picture of this and put it on.
I guess we were going to have to now, but yes. One of our acquisitions from HauNTcon trade show floor, actually was from the Halloween Party Expo side, but still.
But someone in the group that came to visit
yes,
had one and told us where to get one.
Yes, and so we obtained one of our own. I now have my own one-eyed monster.
Yes, that's good.
It's good. All right, real fast though, just in case you didn't realize that this podcast isn't called Haunt Weekly. You can find us at HauntWeekly.com or Haunt Weekly on Twitter, Haunt Weekly on Facebook. tinyurl.com/HauntWeekly is our YouTube channel. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever fine our podcasts are distributed. They haven't kicked us out yet. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyways, first thing is first. Yes, we're talking about a conference that's in the can, but there's plenty coming up. If you didn't make it to HauNTcon, or even if you did and just, want to go do another, there's a lot going on, and let's see, it's 165. It's an odd episode. You're the oddball. Crystal, start us off.
Okay. February 23rd and 24th, it's HauntX, the Haunters DIY Expo in Pomona, California at the Fairplex. They will be touring Coffin Creek, Lights On and Off, and features a costume ball. HauntX.com. All
right, after that, February 27th through March 2nd, starting in Dallas, Texas, but also including Oklahoma City, it's the Maze, M-A-I-Z-E, Corn Party. Starts at the Westin Dallas Fort Worth Hotel, but it's a bus tour of a bunch of awesome mazes, including Yesterland Farms, Mainstay Farm, and more. The Maze, THEMAIZE.com for more.
Okay, March 21st through the 24th, it is Trans World's Halloween and Attraction Show in St. Louis, Missouri, co-located with its Christmas show at the America Center. That was all screwed up, sorry.
Okay.
Darkness and Limp Brewery will be behind
all the right information, just maybe in the
not
wrong
the right order. It's all piece it together.
We're doing it live. It's like Pulp Fiction. Just go rewatch it and it'll all come together fine. Yes. It's great.
So they have announced tours now. Darkness and Limp Brewery.
No surprises.
No, not surprisingly. Behind the scenes tours of those two features a party at City Museum on Thursday, performance by Vampire Circus on Friday, and a vampire ball on Saturday. It's vampires everywhere. It's HAshow.com, HAA show, for more info.
All right. After that, May 10th through the 12th in Portland, Oregon, it's West Coast Haunters Convention at the Doubletree Hotel, Portland. They'll be touring Milburn's Haunted Manor. Will also include a costume ball, a silent auction, and a Nightmare After the West Coast Haunters Convention Film Festival. HauntersConvention.com for more.
May 17th through the 19th, it's Ohio Halloween and Haunters Convention. We were bribed to put this on early.
Yes, we have to disclose the fact we were paid. This is sponsored content. We were given it, I think it was a Kit Kat bar.
Yes, or
To
Twix.
put this, or Twix, to put this in, make sure that this got in this episode.
Yeah.
So bribes are accepted in the form of candy, we've learned.
Well, at least on conference room floors.
That's true.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to start this over. All right, so it's May 17th through the 19th. It's Ohio Halloween and Haunters Convention, Ohio State Reformatory. It will be in Mansfield, Ohio. They will be touring 3 haunted houses: Hauntville, the Hudson House, and Haunted Hydro, Zombie Paintball, Freakers Ball, Costume Party, Ghost Hunt, and more. And you can find out about it all at OhioHalloweenandHauntersConvention.com.
I love you guys, but we got to talk about that domain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's one long damn domain.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the conferences coming up right now. So, HauNTcon. It's in the books. We are recording this on Sunday evening. It realistically just ended. In fact, I know as we are saying this, Tater is still taking a group of goers through Baton Rouge.
Right. And we're hopefully meeting up with people for dinner tomorrow, the ones who are still in town.
Yes.
But the conference itself ended today at 5:30-ish.
If you are one of the ones we are planning on meeting tomorrow, please check the event. We did have to move the location. The place we had originally planned is closed tomorrow. We both forgot tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like a fucking Monday.
No, it feels like I need a weekend.
Yeah, it feels like we need a week. It feels like we're due a weekend now. It's weird.
Yeah.
But no, that's not how this works. So yeah, it's a Monday, so they are closed. We've moved it to an equally awesome place, but now instead of German food, it's a beer garden with American food. That's the main difference.
Right.
Still awesome food, still awesome people, still awesome venue.
Yeah.
Just slightly different location. All right? Check out the event page. But yes, HauNTcon is in the books, and I've got to say, the thing about this year was definitely one of growth for HauNTcon.
Yeah.
Last year we did HauNTcon. Yeah, we saw a lot of people we liked. We had awesome conversations. We met people that we knew and saw a lot of familiar faces. But it seemed like that was pretty much all you were getting, was the regular familiar faces, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it had really caught fire with the haunt industry and haunt community. And it wasn't helped by the fact that the HauNTcon trade show floor was a wee bit on the anemic side.
Yeah, last year.
Last year.
We're comparing the 2 years now.
Yeah, this year, the trade show floor was about double, I think, in size.
Yeah, at least, yeah. Yeah, it was much larger, many more vendors. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool vendors. There was a lot of awesome people there selling stuff. We got to meet some really, really neat people from all over the country on that trade show floor.
Yeah.
My God, that was really great to see that. And, of course, it's co-located with the Halloween Party Expo. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So you can trivially wander outside of HauNTcon and get into that la-la land of stuff. It's difficult to describe. That is a very different type of trade show, though.
Yeah.
HauNTcon is for haunted attraction owners, operators, actors, tech guys, whatever. People who work in haunted attractions. Halloween Party Expo is basically for people who buy lots of Halloween and party-related stuff to sell.
Yeah. It's mainly for retailers.
It's wholesalers advertising to retailers, but we'll get, like I said, to that in more detail in a bit. Now, they made some pretty significant changes from last year. Even though the venue was the exact same,
right,
there were some major changes. And one of the smart ones, I think, was that the HauNTcon education and the HauNTcon trade show floor were in the same place.
Yes. You didn't have to go upstairs and down 3 halls or whatever it was to get to your education. Yeah. So it was all together.
That was really, really frustrating last year because to get to the classrooms, you had to go up this I mean, it's impossible to like overstate the size of these escalators.
No.
They went forever, it felt like.
Yeah, and they were slow.
They were slow, and then you got up there, and then you had, like you said, meander through a thing, and the signage wasn't adequate last year.
Right.
This year, literally, it's just on the back side. It was just on the back side of the trade show floor.
Yeah.
Now, that came at a small price, and that these were not real rooms. The education was not happening in an actual room.
Right.
They had erected curtain walls.
Yeah.
They were high. They were about 20 feet high. They were big, tall walls, but they were still curtains.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the difference between having real walls and Visqueen walls.
Yeah.
It's basically the difference. So.
I mean, as a speaker, and I spoke the very first session.
Yeah.
So I was at the 9:30 session on Friday, and by the way, super happy to have had the crowd we did. We damn near a full house.
Yes.
I said we were over 2/3 full in the room, easy, probably 3/4 full.
Yes. Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you, as I said in the intro, I said thank you for showing up at 9:30, or as I like to think of it right now, 9:30 in the morning. I appreciate you being here. You are the heroes.
Yeah.
Thank you, especially for a copyright and trademark talk. I mean, the love of God.
Yeah.
I work in copyright and plagiarism issues, and I don't know if I would show up to a 9:30 copyright talk. I probably would. Who am I kidding? But the point is, it took a lot. I appreciate you guys being there. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, there's a lot of sound bleed. The trade show floor is on two sides of you, basically.
Right.
A lot of sound bleed, and there's no roof on this. Mm-hmm. And one of the booths on the HAuNTcon side was, I think, NASA Searchlights, which, I don't know how using the name NASA goes, but
yeah,
neither here nor there. Speaking of trademark, but they had searchlights running.
Right.
And so I'm up there speaking, and every few minutes I would see, like, squirrel, there's lights or something like flashing on the ceiling above me.
Yeah.
And also, since the trade show floor was so bright, a lot of the people had trouble seeing the slides.
Yeah.
And that was almost at every presentation.
I would agree with that. There were also some sound issues.
Yeah.
Not only the bleed throughs, but there were issues with microphones at several of the times that I tried to go to talks.
I'm going to say that the sound guy, the AV guy they had, was one of the hardest working people I've seen.
Yeah.
He was literally like bunny hopping from room to room to room to room constantly.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 rooms. He was busting his ass. It's just, I don't think they had the setup to really support his effort. Yeah. And he was one of the hardest working dudes I've ever seen in my life. He was busting it.
Yeah.
No criticism of him.
No.
But yeah, the setup made that more difficult. And it's pretty simple. They could have done a lot of things to make it easier. One is turn off the lights that are overhead in that section.
Yeah. That spread out the classrooms a little bit more. Also, with the sound, maybe on the speaker registration, like whenever you do your speaker stuff, say whether or not you would like a walking around mic or a stand mic.
Yeah.
Because there were people who were stuck behind podiums that aren't stuck behind podium people.
Yeah, I was one of the lucky ones. I had both the lavalier mic, the portable mic.
Yep.
They had the adapter for my laptop, which was really goddamn lucky.
Yeah.
We'd come up with a backup plan if that failed.
Yes.
But really goddamn lucky. And so my talk went well. It went very smooth. But yeah, the noise and because people have to understand, I am like weirdly deaf. Mm-hmm. I can hold a conversation. Crystal and I can sit here and talk. I can hear just fine. I can talk with you. I can talk, and listen to music, do most of the stuff, watch TV, do most of the stuff people do. But to me, a quiet room is just a quiet room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we stop talking here, I can't hear anything at all. And I know when I go through and level this, there's going to be no noise there. So I'm screwing myself because of the way I do the audio editing. But there is hum. I can see the hum on the little thing. There's the tiniest bit of hum. I can't hear it.
Yeah.
And so when I'm talking and I'm the only one talking and everyone else is being quiet because they're a good audience and they're really being great about it, and something visually distracts me, it's a squirrel thing.
Yeah.
And the other funny thing that happened while I was talking was we all had the HauNTcon app on our phone. And about halfway through my talk, I got a push alert on my phone. And I felt it on my watch. And I hand gesture all the time when I'm talking.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever seen me, it's a very active and engaged thing. I do it here, too.
Yes, you do. But you guys don't see it.
Yeah, you guys don't get to see it there. Meow. No. But the point is, I don't know what that was. Don't ask me. But I held my wrist up at one point so that my Apple Watch kicked on.
Yeah.
I forgot to set it to theater mode. And it's like, come now to booth such and such to enter for a drawing. And it's like,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of a talk.
Yeah. Well, and one of them was, you come now to booth such and such because we're giving away free shit. And
Yeah.
It's like, I'd love to, but I'm like learning stuff.
I was in the middle of my talk. It's like, God.
Yeah.
But yeah. All in all, though, I love the idea of putting the education where on the trade show floor. That's much better.
Yeah.
Having to walk 3 miles to get to the rooms and then go up the giant escalator and all that was really terrible.
Right.
Good job on that. Good change.
Yes. I'll also say that I really enjoyed the HauNtcon app more than I thought I would.
Okay, fair enough. I think there's a lot they could do to improve it.
Yeah, but overall I found it easy to use, easy to get to the rate the speaker pages, which if you're listening to this, I believe that is still available. So if you forgot to do that, you still have time.
Yeah.
I found that easy. It was a little harder to find the map, but I was able to find one, which was very useful, because there were hidden things in the back that some people didn't know about that you could go through the curtains to get to. So, like restrooms with nobody in them, which was, great. Instead of the ones with all the lines.
Though they were the coldest restrooms I think I've ever been in my life. I do not know how New Orleans restrooms get that temperature. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That was like colder than the outside air somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was freezing.
It was freezing. I love the location, the way they did the education in general. Mm-hmm. I think I would have preferred more solid walls around the rooms and possibly some way to reduce the lighting in there. But these are fixable problems.
Yeah.
These are eminently fixable.
Well, and the other problem is since that it was in a warehouse-style building with not real walls, the sound just went straight up into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because the ceiling was, like 20, 30 feet high. So the sound just got drowned out and went straight up. So
I have I'm lucky in that I have a pretty loud, booming voice that carries relatively well.
Yeah.
So even with that issue, I was able to be heard. But there were other presenters that really seemed to struggle with that. In fact, I felt really bad for the person doing the quick and dirty video editing talk.
Yeah.
Very good talk, by the way. I'm trying to remember. Hang on, I got to look up who it was because I want to give my props out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to pull up the schedule. Actually, I got it on my laptop here. But yeah.
Well, if you had your phone, you could just pull up the app and look it up.
Yeah, that would have been the smart person thing to do. But that's like smart people things, and we don't do smart people things here.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, okay, actually, it was not the talk right after Monday, but it was the same day. There it is. Matthew Martino did it. It was the 1 p.m. talk. Like 5 minutes of his talk was ruined because someone was blaring Bohemian Rhapsody really, really loudly next to this. Yeah, I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, that's when I was in the diffusing the bomb techniques to manage emotionally charged situations that was given by John Tarpley.
Yeah.
And it was a good talk, but he had the problem of not having a lavalier mic to walk around.
Yeah.
And as soon as he would get away from the mic, his voice would just be lost up into the sky. So
well, and before that, you had gone to I'd gone to It's Alive Creating Failfield Stories with J. Michael Roddy, and you went to Magic and Illusion with Brian Jackson.
Right. Dr. B.
Yeah, I think mine was a very interesting talk. I think I would have done better with it if I had been a complete novice at writing stories.
Yeah.
It definitely took a very ultra beginner's approach to story writing.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing. Believe me, read stories on the internet. There's some people that could use a little bit about a 3-act structure and conflict and character development, things like that. So that was, it was a good talk. I just don't think I was necessarily the best target for it. And what'd you think of Brian Jackson's talk?
I thought it was very good. There were some good resources. He's very good at the misdirection with his hands so that you don't see where the tricks are coming from that he performed, because he did perform several, and he performed several that would work great for
Like a
Q line actors. He talked about ones that would also be good for inside of a haunt that would take an entire room scene.
No.
So it was a good demonstration of a few tricks and links to resources for other magic.
Yeah, and next I did the down and dirty video editing, and you did defusing the bomb.
Right.
And I think both of those were excellent talks.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of funny because I think with Matthew Martino's, the editing one, I think his low budget is still more budget than what we do.
We have zero budget.
Well, and he actually says in his talk, you have a budget, it's never zero.
Okay, that's true. It's like less than $500.
Well, no, he started like $100. You could do it on 100 even. Okay. And I'm sitting there thinking, our videos, we just put me in costume that I already own. I cut a promo. I go out there.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, we need you to say something about the story.
Yeah.
And I'll go and I'll tell the story. We half the time don't even write a script for these things.
Yeah.
And then the reason is I don't do well with scripts.
Yeah, you don't do well with scripts. We have to get the bullet points of like something that people are going to see inside of the haunt.
Yeah, what we usually do when I'm cutting the promo type video is we tape like a bullet point. Let's kind of what we do the show notes.
Yeah.
But instead of having it on a laptop in our lap, we like tape it near the camera so I can read it while looking into it.
Yeah. It usually has the main villain's name for the year.
Their birthday and like, the key dates and things.
Key dates. What kind of setting you're going to see.
Yeah.
And, that's something you should pitch to talk about is what your video should actually incorporate and what it shouldn't, because it's nothing more frustrating than seeing a promo video for a haunt saying, okay, that's an awesome character. I want to see that character, and find out they got it from a freaking video clip thing.
Video clips. Like, looking at you, mortuary.
Yeah. Character was nowhere in there.
No. It was an awesome looking character.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of defusing the bomb?
Like I said, I thought the parts that I could hear of it were very good. There were some good tips for security. It didn't really apply to me or our situation because we don't have the problems that he was talking about. This was more targeted at large haunts where there's more potential for customers and staff to go at each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not a problem we have.
No.
And after that, you did, I think, Scare Acting 101 using your words?
Yes. We
started there, but then we had to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to leave. I'm trying to remember why. Well, part of it was because we had to leave because we had to get home. Oh, that's right, our actor. Mm-hmm. We had an actor we were doing the haunt, opening our haunt that night, and one of our actors, the only way he could get there was if he works at Harrah's, which is like 3 blocks from the convention center.
Right.
And he's like, the only way I can get there is if you give me a ride. And so he got off work at 3:30.
Yeah.
Came and sort of hoofed it.
Yep. And
so he hoofed it, and when he said, I'm at Hall H, where you at? And by the registration booth, we left.
Yeah. Had to go meet him.
We are forgetting the round table.
I didn't forget it. I was about to bring it up.
It's the round table we had to go. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, we didn't have to, but they did have round tables set up. We attempted to go to one. It didn't really work out to be a round table, but we did learn
about Mr. Unicorn 2019.
We did. If you don't know about Mr. Unicorn, you should definitely find out. And I'm not sure how you would find out, but I'm sure it's out there. The information is there.
Yeah, the truth is out there.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm sure you can find the images. Certainly you can find the images if you check out the various HauNtcon related groups, because come the Halloween ball the next night, there were tons of these out there.
Yeah.
But anyways, we left that. We went home. We put the finishing touches on our haunt. Got our actors in place.
Yeah. Picked up the king cake.
And then we got ready. And then the main problem we had was actually the logistics of getting all these people to the haunt.
Right.
Because we're across the river, so this had to be done by car. And God bless our actors.
Yeah.
Including like Leslie Ann, who's not an actor, but her daughter is.
Yeah.
She ferried people in her SUV
Yes.
because she's just that awesome.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes, we've got to think of something really nice and take
Dave
to
and his rental car, because the truck was on loan, we found out later.
Yeah.
The truck was on loan to his roommate who's moving or something, and I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
But he didn't have access to his truck, which would have been bigger. But yeah, so Ellie helped us here, and you ran too.
Right.
And basically every available vehicle we had was being used.
Yes, and every seat was taken and then some.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fit 4 people into the back seat of Ellie's car, but they did.
You know, any car is a clown car if you try hard enough.
That, I believe that exact statement was said or something very similar.
Any car can be a clown car.
Yes.
So yeah, but we got him over here, and oh God, we were so nervous about this.
Yeah, and I told a couple of the people who came that you guys don't understand how much sleep I lost over this.
Yeah.
About, okay, this has to be done, this has to be done, this has to be fixed. What are we doing in that last room? The last room's complete shit right now. It's total mess. How are we cleaning out? What's going in there? You know.
Well, I mean, and it's weird because like haunters come through every year. We're open.
Yeah.
During open days. But they usually come up and say, yeah, we're from such and such. We had the night off and we want to come by. And by that point, you just can't worry.
Yeah.
You don't have time to worry.
Right.
They're the front of the fucking queue. What are you going to do? Going to lose sleep now?
Yeah.
No, it's too late.
Yeah, but I mean, it was also the fact that, you know, the people who came by are probably listening to this.
Yeah.
Or will be very shortly.
Yeah.
So, and we loved meeting you all. You know,
Yeah,
that was
you guys
the
were
highlight.
the most awesome group of people to hang out with I can fathom. And
Yeah.
I mean that completely across the board. Even Troy and Nate-ish. I guess Nate's all right. I mean,
Nate's fine.
Nate's fine. I did love asking him why he didn't show up in a costume with a costume.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm sure that you were the first person.
I'm
to
sure
tell
I'm
him
the
that
only
too.
one that did it the whole night.
Exactly. You're
No,
totally
they-
original.
They are you guys and gals are an amazing group. All of you are awesome. You're awesome haunters and awesome people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your kind words. Love every single one of you.
Yep.
It's not often I can say that about a group of people that's over like 4. You know? It's like there's pretty much 20 of them that came, and I love every single one of them. That's like mathematically impossible.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's a good community. You know.
It is. They are amazing, and they came through. They said such wonderfully nice things about it. That we did lights off and lights on. We introduced them to the cast. They all got monster heads created by you.
Yes.
And it was really funny. Like I said, you weren't outside when it happened, but they got their bags, and like this baseball card style exchange breaks out.
Yeah.
I want the blue one with the big nose. It's like,
Yeah.
fine. I want your brown one with the big eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. So yeah, they got really into that. We got to spend more time with Chris Gay, Maximus, and a couple of others. Maximus got to see our
Kelsey.
shitty studio
Yeah.
that we constantly refer to as Haunt Weekly Towers.
Yeah.
Pulling a direct page from Car Talk.
Yeah. I think you change up the name occasionally, but yes.
Or Chateau de Haunt Weekly. I think I've used that one.
Yes. Yes, you have.
It's
Yes, because it sounds French.
It's our guest bedroom / storage room. Right now, mostly storage room.
Yeah.
Because we learned something very valuable. The only way we have enough space to have the haunt open and have an actor area and have stuff like space inside the house
And
is to
and for it not to be Halloween.
yeah. Basically, the thing is to have half of it in the yard.
Yeah.
Because when we have the yard display, that takes like so much crap out of storage
Exactly.
that we can just throw that crap in the shed. And then we just sort of circle it around and put stuff back in the garage when we're closed.
Yeah.
And it works out pretty well. But now it's like, oh shit, we have enough storage for 4 and we've got 5 needs.
Yeah. Yeah, and there were a couple of things that, that didn't go quite right with the tour.
Yeah.
I remembered later that I didn't turn on one of the lights in the back hallway. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this back hallway so red?
Oh.
That's right. I didn't turn on the little box with the wiggly wires.
Yeah, the wire box. Yep. I remember that. Yeah. We
had an actor that didn't show up.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
that ended up. It was rough, but it wasn't a huge deal because we rearranged, as we're very good at doing. And he's a good kid. It's not his fault. We actually found out what happened. It's not his issue.
Right.
But long story short, you guys were so wonderful. And then we all went to Crown and Anchor near our house, and everybody seemed to love that. But then, there was this magical moment. We're there about 11:10 p.m. or so. Yeah. We'd been there about an hour at that point.
You were there before me because I had to wait for a ride.
Yeah, I think I was there about an hour at this point. I was on my second or third Guinness at this point, so I was there about an hour. And Troy was drinking the TARDIS, I believe it was. It's a Doctor Who. They do a lot of Doctor Who. They have a TARDIS out front. And they have a lot of Doctor Who themed drinks. He's drinking a TARDIS, which is this bright ass blue drink. Yeah. In a very tall glass. He sips it. And we're talking about the ferry and when it runs. And he sets it down on the bow bar and says, "Okay, everybody, let's go to the ferry."
Yeah.
Everybody gets up and goes to the ferry.
Yeah.
And it's just me, you, Chris Screws.
No, Chris Gay.
No, Chris Gay. Sorry, Chris. Yeah. I always say
different Chris.
Yes, I know. I'm name dyslexic. We've been over this.
Yes, I know. No, Chris Gay and
they don't
Kelsey.
even look anything alike.
Yes.
But yeah, Chris Gay and
Kelsey.
Kelsey, thank you. Just hanging out for a little bit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and that was really, really nice and really low key, and I enjoyed that part mostly because I could hear everything now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We filled up that goddamn bar. I'll tell you that.
It was kind of rowdy, but that's okay because we expected that.
You had a large crowd led by Troy and Nate. It was going to get rowdy.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised to find everybody inside, but
so was I. I even told them to go to the patio, and apparently no one listened.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Okay. It worked out. It worked out, man. It worked out great. Everyone had a good time.
Yeah, and we accidentally left or didn't get someone included.
Yeah, into the chat. There were those all...
yeah.
And I'm so sorry about that, but that is the nature of the chaos, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It was barely controlled chaos. But anyways, they went on, and basically one of the things I find hilarious is that Ellie, through you, had donated Troy a unicorn horn.
Yes. And it's been worn ever since. I'm sorry, it wasn't Kelsey. Sorry, there were like a couple of K names thrown at me at the same
Kelly,
time.
Right?
It's Kelly Ray's.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, it's Kelly Ray's. Thank you, Kelly.
I was the idiot with names.
Well,
I'm the one to call Chris Gay Chris Screws though, so I'm batting very low too.
I am terrible at names.
I will never forget a face in a story, but I will forget a name the second I turn around from you.
Yes, and Kelly may be on the podcast later.
Yes, I hope so.
You know.
But anyway, so they went on and they closed down at 3:30 a.m. and the last photo of the night was Troy in his hotel room, or his hotel hallway actually, with this unicorn horn still on his head.
Well, and one of the characters, it wasn't him, but it was the other character who was in love with Mr. Unicorn, wearing the unicorn horn at the costume ball.
Yeah. That thing got around.
It did.
That thing got around, man. That was impressive. Okay, we got to move on to Saturday, and cause, we're already running long. But, well, not long, you know what I mean. But yeah, if we're going to get through everything, we got to get moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so the very next day... Yeah, this is the honesty time. We got up late.
Yeah.
Because you and I went drinking with one of our actors afterward, and we ended up not going to sleep until after everyone else left. We were not going to join them on Bourbon Street, no matter how fun that did sound.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that. It was just that it had been
too long of a day.
Super long day, and the energy that it takes you to do both a presentation and to be Bernie is a lot.
To give you an idea of my presentation style, we both have Apple Watches. Yeah. And you get to close your rings and do your movement and your calories and whatnot. It's great. I finished my talk at 10:30 a.m. It was 9:30 to 10:30. Mm-hmm. When I checked my Apple Watch at 10:35, I had half my calories for the day. I'd only been conscious about 3 hours at that point, or 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So... that was impressive. So we ended up not making it back to the conference until in the afternoon. Yeah. And most of our focus that day was the trade show floor, because we weren't able to do much with the trade show floor on Friday. And so basically what we did is we did swing by the creative brainstorming keynote, watched a little bit of that. And trying to think what else we did. We went to the Women in Haunting panel.
We did, which
that was
awesome.
The big thing.
Yeah, that was the main thing that we went to.
And that you know what, I've got to say, I'm very proud of the people involved in this panel, because I hate the panel format and panels.
Yeah.
In general, I hate the format of presentation.
Right.
Until this time, I had never been to a panel that both accomplished everything and did all the things it said it was going to do and didn't go over.
Right.
They managed to pull it off. It was close. They almost went over.
Yeah.
But they did good. And I was hearing about how they did a lot of planning and talking about what they wanted to say, and that's very smart. They put a lot of work into this talk, and it shows a lot of great insight. And we've been inspired by this to resume our Women in Haunting series. Right,
and we've been talking about it off and on and trying to find new people to interview, but we've got we had actually have had half of the speakers on the podcast
in some format already.
Right. We'll have at least one of the
maybe
others.
Not directly related to Women in Haunting, but they've already been on.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to having some new faces and new names and get some new conversation about this. And it was really great to hear the input that they had. Especially issues like, receiving credit for their ideas.
Right.
Which is something we've talked about between us. How people assume I have the penis, therefore I'm the power tools person, when, we fight over the impact driver. We really should buy a second Makita impact driver.
We should.
Might really minimize those conflicts down the road.
Well, I usually let you use it because it's easier.
Yeah,
if we're both doing things that require the drills.
Yeah, but still, we should probably get a second.
We should.
That's an amazing tool, and I love it. But no, you're using power tools all the time. I am. It's rarely.
Well, I grew up using them.
Yeah, exactly. You actually taught me how to do some of the more fundamental things.
Yeah.
So you were my guide on this in a lot of ways, and but when we talk about the haunt, everyone assumes I build it and I don't know, you make it pretty. And that's not how it goes. In fact, it's kind of weird. Yeah, the build is a two-person job. Yeah. We're both there for the whole thing.
Well, yeah, because I can't move. I've tried. I cannot move.
And position and screw in panels and so forth.
Panels by myself.
Does not work. Yes, no. We both have actually tried that ourselves and both have failed.
Back when it was masonite, I could. But now that it's,
we build shit to last?
Well, we build it to last, and we don't want it so crooked. Or leaning.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but people, but once that's done, my jobs then sort of transition. I'm doing things like social media work. I'm doing actor recruitment.
Right.
I'm doing sound design, audio design for the haunt.
Yeah.
More tech-oriented stuff.
Right.
So a lot of the time you're in there doing the decoration.
Right.
And I'm
the lighting,
in there,
the hiding the scares.
Yeah. And I'm inside doing the other stuff that's necessary to run the haunt.
Yeah. Eventually sometime we will turn the cameras on while I'm out there working and maybe do a video of me, because I have a feeling it would be entertaining to watch like a time lapse of a room coming together.
Okay. It could be fun. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really did enjoy that panel. It was a great panel, some good conversation. I've got to say the app was not well designed for the poll they were trying to do.
No.
That was a little convoluted, but other than that, it went off, I think, without a hitch.
Yeah.
And I'm very impressed about that. So this is a good opportunity, since that was our trade show floor day mostly, to talk about it. HAuNTcon side, like we said previously, was about double. Mm-hmm. We explored the Halloween Party Expo side. We walked, I think, the entire floor twice.
At least.
Over the course of the time we were there. I think we saw everything at least twice.
Yeah.
And I'm a little frustrated with the haunter-friendly, quote-unquote, haunter-friendly Halloween Party Expo places.
Yeah.
Because what that basically means is that they have a low buy-in.
Right.
And the buy-in is usually at those places $100.
Yeah.
Money-wise, that's not an issue.
No.
I can drop $100 at a booth. I can see myself doing that pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's not. But the question is, what am I buying?
Right.
If it's that custom weapon and prop shop,
Yeah.
okay, $100 is easy. That's 3 or 4 weapons. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable for me.
Right.
But if it's that tiara you found,
Yeah.
where the buy-in was $100 and it was a $6 tiara,
Yeah.
you don't need 17, 18 bat tiaras.
No, I have one outfit that I could see myself wearing a tiara, which I am not a tiara person, but it's a bat, and
It was an awesome looking tiara. As far as tiaras go, it was a good tiara.
And if it's warm at during parade season, I walk with a crew. I'm their photographer, so I'm doing live shots at night. It would be nice to have something that looked a little more like a costume.
A little more festive.
Yeah, a little more festive. Exactly.
I agree
That's
with
a
that.
great way to put it. So
Yeah, but
that would work.
I was a little frustrated with that, but otherwise it was largely, I think Halloween Party Expo side was largely the same as last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember too much new or too much really different. It felt like a kind of a rerun. But the HauNtcon side, there was a lot new and a lot different.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of new people. And to go through everyone would probably take a whole hour into itself.
Right.
But I was really, really impressed with what I saw. There were a lot of great builders this year, a lot of great mask makers and prop designers. Just amazing work on display in general. I think not only were there more people, I think the overall quality really went up.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, because last year in the HauNtcon side, they had that booth that was just selling real knives and weapons.
Yeah.
Randomly. And I felt bad for them because they were getting hosed.
Yeah, I don't think that was last year. I think that was when they were in Birmingham.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was at HauNtcon.
Because we bought a couple of things from them. A, because, we felt bad for them. But B, because we wanted to get it. It was
pretty stuff. It was cool stuff.
It was cool stuff, and we got it for gifts for my family.
Yeah.
So.
And we got some gifts for your family this time.
Yeah. Well, there's a tradition that started last year that I get something for my brother, something specific, and I won't say it until after
because he may listen to this.
He may. I don't know that he does, but he may.
But anyways, yeah, it was a good trade show floor on the HauNtcon side. I was really impressed by it. They had a lot of people doing amazing stuff out there. It's too much to even really go into all the detail. Like I said, it was a great show floor. Everyone belonged.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know what I mean? There was I guess Costco. Why the hell was
Yeah, the shower people were not there this year.
the shower
which is
people.
good.
Oh my God, I forgot. Oh my God, the shower people.
Shower and windows.
Would you like a walk-in tub or get your windows? What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing at my conference, but I could talk to you about windows, and then they're really expensive. But
You're in the wrong neighborhood, Pally.
yeah,
I forgot about that last year.
yeah. But no, there was also the build throughout the weekend
Of the cemetery,
of the cemetery scene for the magic wheelchair.
Yep.
Made a donation to that, and it looked good. The
build looked excellent when it was finished. You can go on to HauNtcon's social media. They got all kinds of photos of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked really good.
Saw people doing the classes. They looked like they were having a ton of fun. There was one class I was interested in, but it was already sold out by the time I decided
it must have
that
sold
I
out
was.
super quick.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to learn live casting, so
We'll get another
eventually I'll
opportunity.
do that.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it was a really, really good trade show floor overall. I was very impressed by it. And having the education right there meant there was more time to explore it and do it.
Yeah, you didn't have to set aside an extra 15 minutes just to get to it.
Exactly. You weren't walking 300 miles.
Yeah.
So that was a really good setup there in terms of the convenience of it.
Right.
So yeah, all in all, that was really, really great. But Saturday night was the costume ball.
Yes.
Now, we have never done the costume ball at HauNtcon before.
No.
And the frank reason for that is we're just not party people.
We're not.
My idea of a good Friday night or Saturday night is going to one of my favorite bars like Crown and Anchor with a few pints of Guinness and some lock picking equipment, practice the craft and work on my hobby and just hang out and talk to people that I care about and be in good company.
Yeah.
A party atmosphere like that is not my scene. Partly because of my deafness, I can't hear shit in crowded situations.
Right.
That's me at my deafest.
Yeah.
Or most deaf, I guess. But anyways, most deaf. Wasn't he a rapper? But anyway, the point of the matter is we decided to brave it this year, and I'm super glad we did. It was a little crowded. Okay, it was a lot crowded.
It was a lot crowded. No, I was really happy that we went. I wanted, since we had so many people in town that we
knew and had already hung out with.
And we'd already hung out with. We knew that we'd be able to find people to hang out with.
And we met a lot of new people there.
We did, and I was happy to meet the people from Dark Stitches. Hi, guys. I don't know if you listen to this or not, but
maybe they do now. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been on their Facebook page for a while, and my cousin actually knows one of them, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was. I think the party really beat my expectations. I expected it to be a pretty good party.
Yeah. But
the open bar thing, they had an interesting strategy for keeping you from drinking too much at the open bar, and that was they just didn't have enough bartenders.
Yeah. Well, that's why they did not.
They just flatly did not.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I don't know how many would have been enough.
Yeah. I did a pretty good job getting drinks.
Yeah, you did. You were excellent at it. I sucked at it. And that is how you ended up drinking significantly more than me.
Yes, I did. Well, I went with the mindset that I don't have to drive and I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, we Ubered there. We didn't Uber for anything else. We Ubered for this.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great party. It was really good. Mm-hmm. The dance floor room in that area was silly crowded. We couldn't even get really onto that area at all.
Right.
But the more loungy side of it was bustling, but more movable. It had a good flow to it.
Right.
And we talked to so many people, gave out cards, exchanging information.
Yeah.
And got to hang out with some really cool people. I'm very, very happy with how that went. I wish we'd been able to go to the after party, but we were wiped.
Yeah.
Between the alcohol and just the exhaustion, I think we were wiped, and we're getting old. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was done. That left Sunday, which, once again, we didn't get there until late. I feel very, very bad for the early morning presenters.
Oh, God, yeah.
Especially on Sunday. Like Friday night, okay, we burned the candle at both ends Friday night, but that's not everyone.
Right. Well,
not even most, probably.
Yeah, because, it's going to be hard enough to get up early Sunday after the big blowout Saturday night. We were talking about this on the conference floor. So I feel bad that they had to do that.
Yeah, I really do. I agree, but it's how they chose to do it.
Yeah. Well, the speakers didn't choose. That's what.
Now the event chose. The speakers got stuck with it.
Yeah, it would be nice if they started the talks later the day after the party.
Yeah. Maybe, and then that's one of the things we were talking about as we were roaming around, is because it was dead. When we got there, we got there at a little bit after noon.
Yeah, because we had a 1 o'clock we wanted to go to.
Which we'll talk about in just a minute. But yeah, we got there a little bit after noon, and it felt empty.
Yeah.
People were already packing up. It was effectively done.
Right.
But yeah, we got to go to the talk by Chris Gay.
Yes.
Got it right this time.
You did.
Go me. I did well. But yeah, he was doing a talk about stopping the bleeding, basically responding to trauma.
Right.
And it was from the perspective of an active shooter, which that is unlikely, luckily, at a haunted attraction. It's unlikely anywhere, but it's especially unlikely at a haunted attraction. Yeah. But it is something to still think about and prepare for. I'm not saying don't have a plan.
Right.
But I'm also saying this could be any trauma.
Yeah.
Someone gets, stabbed by their fellow haunt-goer.
Yeah. Or you're building a prop and you get your saw jumps.
Your saw jumps and you get cut or stabbed or poked by something. It could be anything, realistically. I understand why it's framed in the context of an active shooter. It could literally be anything.
Right.
That gives you a dangerous bleed, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what the training was about, is how to stop bleeding in an emergency.
Right.
And it was really, I actually felt like I learned a lot. I was...
Yeah, I did too.
I'm sorry, Chris, I'm going to be honest. I was skeptical going in. Because I'm like, how am I going to learn enough in an hour here?
Right.
What am I really going to learn in an hour on this topic? Which I know so little about to begin with.
Yeah.
And no, but he was amazing at it. He did some great info, and there was a great demo at the end.
Right.
I learned tourniquets are great.
Yes.
And the whole mythos about how you lose limbs is not true.
No, as long as you are at medical care within 2 hours of a tourniquet being placed on, the likelihood of you losing a limb is very low.
Yeah, it's effectively nil at that point. In fact, there are some studies that say it could be up to 4.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So we learned how to apply a real tourniquet, like the actual
yes.
EMT tourniquets.
Right, and we were told not to buy off of Amazon because there's an 80% of getting a fake one. So do not buy there. Buy from a licensed reseller.
Yeah, North American Rescue was the company he
Yes.
suggested. Buy straight from them. Or he also said if anyone wants to get in touch with them, he's a distributor.
With Chris himself.
With Chris
yes.
Gay, not us.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know anybody.
If you need his contact information,
Yes.
you can contact us.
At Haunt Weekly, and we will contact him and put you two together.
Yes.
But because he's a distributor, he's able to get the stuff from them. That was a great talk. I learned how to use gauze to stop bleeding.
Right.
I never actually thought of that.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've thought of packing wounds before, but I think I really grasped how much you have to put in there, because he brought with him a silicone block that had different types of wounds in it and gauze so that you could pack it. And the packing produces pressure around all surfaces that are open.
Yeah.
So that helps the clotting.
Yeah, and that was, I think, really interesting, and I feel like I learned a lot, and I do feel like now I would be in a better position to help with that.
Yeah.
So if that was the goal, I'm not no expert, I'm not anything like that. I mean, yeah, we're getting our certifications for the Stop the Bleed certifications. Right. But yeah, no, I definitely, if something happens now, I'm in a better position than I was before I started this, and that's the goal.
Exactly.
You ain't going to become a genius in this in an hour.
No.
But you might, know enough to save someone's life.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the point.
It was.
No, that was a really good talk. And then we just basically, after that, we started catching up with people, making our plans for tomorrow night.
Right. And
basically hanging out and wrapping up at that point for us.
Yeah.
We did another pass to the trade show floor, made sure there was nothing we missed. Mm-hmm. And we've got a couple people we're putting in custom orders with.
Yeah.
One mask maker in Louisiana who was there. Matthew Cade, we're talking with him about a custom order for us.
Right.
And we got I can't remember their company name.
Dark Stitches?
No, the people doing the plaque for us.
Hang on.
I know their personal names, but that doesn't help anyone else out there.
Hang on, I was just messaging about the plaque.
No, it's like, oh my god, I just realized we know their names.
Yes.
But
God damn it. Dark Zealot Studios.
Dark Zealot Studios. We're getting with them about a custom plaque for our weird little triad.
Yeah.
Because they had very cute ones for couples.
Yes. Hopefully Ellie didn't hear that.
Shh. Don't listen, Ellie.
Yeah.
But no, we're getting a neat plaque from them that has 3 skulls instead of 2.
Right.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're getting possibly a new Bernie mask from Matthew Cade. So I'm excited about this. We made some contacts, getting some custom stuff down the road. We bought a lot of odds and ends.
Yeah.
Got, my one-eyed monster we mentioned. Mm-hmm. Bought a bunch of oops items.
Yeah.
From one dealer that specializes in electronics panels.
Yeah, with little LEDs in them.
And it gives me an excuse to play with LED lighting, so I'm happy enough about that.
Yeah, I am happy about being able to see how they're put together and be able to make some in the future.
Yeah, I may see about picking up some controllers and start really getting into that more too. Because you can get the basic controllers fairly cheaply.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great time. We bought, like I said, a lot of stuff overall. It was a very, very good show, and I think it built a lot of momentum this year.
Yeah.
It felt bigger. It felt more important this year.
Yeah, and I think that one of the interesting things thinking about the purchases we made is that we made pretty much all of our purchases, sans the monster on your shoulder, from HauntFest.
From HauntCon side, yeah.
HauntCon side.
Yeah, you're right.
Last year, that was flipped. We bought more from the
Halloween
trade
Party
show.
Expo, yeah, because especially since there was that one fashion place that made the beautiful Victorian dress, and they were there again.
Yeah.
But they didn't seem to have that much new.
Right. They didn't have anything that said, I need that now.
And last time we busted out the credit cards to get from them, and that was something that doesn't happen often around here.
No.
We don't usually spend money we don't actually have.
No.
So yeah, but pretty much everything other than the monster on my shoulder, I think, came from the HauntCon side.
It did.
Odds and ends here and there, buttons, badges, and things like that. Mm-hmm. Got to speak to Brian and Daryl.
Yeah.
Haunt Topic and Scared Badges.
Yeah.
And they are doing awesome things still. I mean, you knew that. You didn't need me to tell you that.
Yeah, we were going to talk to Drew Badger, but we had just missed him, apparently.
Yeah, he left. His booth was empty when we went back. Sorry about that, Drew. We will catch up online later. But yeah, I mean, it was just great. It was good. And I got to say, the fact it was so good this year makes me kind of mad that next year is the last year in New Orleans.
Yes. So, next year, if you are coming to HauntCon, let us know in advance. We will do the house thing again.
Yes.
Because we enjoyed that so much, meeting everybody and having you over.
That was great. We want to do that again.
And we'll maybe even plan a little bit better.
Yeah. Now that we got a little experience of this and know where some of the rough edges are, we can probably do better next time. Even better.
Well, I tried to look for a party bus because we have party buses in New Orleans that are like school buses that have been painted god-awful colors, and they could hold 30 people.
Yeah.
And they aren't that much.
No, not to rent for like 2 hours or so.
Yeah. So I tried to find one but couldn't. But maybe I can in the next year.
Yeah. So. Well, with more time and more planning, we can do that. But yeah, definitely, if you're coming to HauntCon 2020, please let us know. Not necessarily right now, but as soon as you make your plans.
Well, you know what? If you let us know right now,
yeah,
I will start a spreadsheet for people who want to come and meet us at some point, and we'll start an email list or something and get people involved.
Yeah, we can start working on that now.
Yeah.
And the main thing is just, I really wish it was going to stay in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Not just for my convenience. I mean, it is super convenient for me. Don't get me wrong.
Because it's the one conference
that we can definitely
make.
Like when HauntCon would move around previously, we went to Baton Rouge one. Yeah. We did the one in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do the one, I think, that was in Nashville.
Right.
That was just too far. That would have been a much bigger trip, much bigger ordeal for us, both cost and time-wise.
Yeah.
And with your job in particular, time is of the most value, honestly.
Right. I don't have a lot of time off that I can take.
And especially since we're already eating into the time off to do our haunt stuff in October.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I'm disappointed it'll be leaving, but next year I hope it will be a blowout. And maybe it'll be such a kick-ass blowout they will just be convinced to stay in New Orleans. Who knows?
Well, and it's all about contracts, so maybe they can work something out with the convention center.
Yeah, I would say we're spilling secrets, but on one of the signs they did say, come join us before the crew leaves New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
I think they've probably already got their next place picked and a contract signed.
I'm pretty sure that too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I guess we'll see where it is and if we're able to go. Yeah. If it's Austin or something like that, we might be able to still do it.
Yeah.
If it's within like a reasonable drive, we could probably do it.
We should talk to all these people that we know who run these conventions and say, hey, we're thinking about starting a Louisiana one and based in New Orleans. Why not?
It wouldn't be a terrible idea. I've heard of worse.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I think we have for HauntCon this year. Any final thoughts?
No.
I just want to say it was so great meeting all of you.
Yes, exactly.
That is it.
Yeah.
Everyone, literally everyone
Yeah.
Was amazing, was awesome. Mm-hmm. We had no bad experiences, no bad times, no bad feelings.
No.
It has been 3 days of pure joy, hanging out with you guys.
Yes.
I cannot believe I'm saying that about spending time with human beings.
Yeah.
My antisocial ass never says that, so thank you all for your amazingness.
Yes, and thank you, Kelly, for helping organize all the people who wanted to come on the tour, and thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you all for coming, and thank you all for being such awesome guests.
Yes. And Sammy, we will see you eventually, hopefully in May, since we missed you this time.
We promise, if you come in May, whatever state the haunt is in, you'll be able to see you.
Yep.
All right?
Or at least grab a beer.
Or we'll grab beer and chat. We'll do something. I promise something will happen.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you've been listening to Haunt Weekly. You can find us at HauntWeekly.com, Haunt Weekly on Twitter, Haunt Weekly on Facebook. tinyurl.com/HauntWeekly is our YouTube channel. All previous episodes, including this one, are available there. We're also on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Until next time, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
This was Haunt Weekly, episode 165, HauNTcon Recap. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you'll be a little more awake. See you then.